everyone, and welcome to ABMP's Meditate and Move. My name is Cindy Williams, and I am a licensed massage therapist and certified yoga teacher. So I'm going to be here with you each day this week, bringing you yoga. I want to start first of all by acknowledging that you are taking care of yourself just by being here and engaging in this short practice with me. You're really showing up to yourself, and that is so important right now. Your nervous system needs you, your immune system needs you, and so good job. The more we take care of ourselves, the more that ripples out into the world. And these are what seem like small ways to make a difference. They actually energetically really make a big difference. The more we take care of ourselves, the more, again, that ripples out into the world and brings goodness. And we need goodness right now, yeah? So today, we're going to specifically focus on loving our spines. As we know, the spine literally plays a central role in the functioning of our entire body. And so the more we can provide movement, we can mobilize areas that might be stuck with tension, the better off the rest of our body is going to function and really support us. So we are going to take the spine through its many directions: extension, flexion, lateral flexion, and rotation. Again, in a very short practice, but one that will hopefully help you to have a really great day today. So please join me in a seated position. I'm going to start cross-legged. You could also start sitting on your knees and ankles in hero's pose. I generally prefer a cross-legged position, and I also really like to sit on a block. You can use a yoga block, a meditation cushion, a bed pillow, a couch cushion, whatever you've got. But it helps to really support your spine. It opens up your hips a little bit more, so that you can really sit your spine up right on top of your pelvis. So join me in whatever position feels right for your practice today. And if you could just close down your eyes for a few moments as we take 3 nice deep breaths together to settle in. Okay, so let's begin first by bringing a nice deep inhale through the nose and bringing that breath all the way down into the belly. And take the exhale out through the mouth in a sigh. Again, nice deep breath in through the nose, bringing in goodness, light, love, peace, and exhaling out any tension, worry, stress, anxiety. And one last breath together. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And just take a moment to notice how even 3 deep breaths change how you feel. They can change you mentally, emotionally, physically, connect you to spirit. So know that those breaths are available to you at any time throughout your day when you need a little reset, a little bringing back to balance and to center. It can be that simple. For now, we're going to go ahead and bring some movement into this yoga practice. We're going to start first by bringing our arms overhead with an inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to side bend to the right. Bring your right hand to the floor, your left hand up overhead. We're going to stay here for an inhale as you reach your fingertips up to the ceiling and reach your sit bone down to the earth. And exhale, flex laterally just a little bit more. Inhale, bring your arms back up to center. And on the exhale, we'll switch sides. Left hand to your left, right arm up overhead. Inhale as you reach your fingertips to the ceiling and your sit bone down to the ground. And exhale, laterally flex a little bit more. Inhale, reach, bring length to that whole side body with the inhale. And one more exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale up now, bringing your arms back up again overhead. And we're going to do a simple twist to the right. So on the exhale, you'll bring your right hand just to the outside of your right hip, left hand to your knee. Inhale, pull up through the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, you'll begin with the belly, then the thoracic spine, the chest, the head and the gaze over to the right. Inhale, lengthen up again. And on the exhale, if you can go a little deeper, please do so. But don't create stress. Really see this as a wringing out of tension in a very positive way. On your next inhale, bring your arms up overhead, and we're simply going to switch sides. Exhale, take your left hand just behind your hip, right hand to your left knee. Inhale, create length from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. And exhale, begin with the belly, then the chest, then the head and the gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, reach up again through the crown, and if you can go even just a slight bit deeper, please do, but again, don't strain yourself. Inhale, we're going to bring our arms back up to center, and we'll exhale, bringing our hands down to heart center. And again, just pause for a moment to feel the unwinding of tension, to feel how good it feels, even just to do a few minutes of practice with some breath. We're going to go ahead and keep this train rolling. Let's come on to our hands and knees. You're going to want to stack your hips over your knees, your shoulder over your wrists. Make sure that the inside of your hands is equally pressing into the ground as the outside of your hands. So you want your whole palm down on the mat, and then a slight press of your fingertips. That will help to tone your arms and your shoulders. You'll pull the belly slightly into the spine to create some protection in your low back as well. And from here, we're going to do some cat-cow breathing. So you'll begin with your tailbone. On the inhale, you'll lift the tailbone and drop the belly. Drop the chest through the arms and lift the gaze. And on the exhale, again, beginning with the tailbone, round, lengthen the tailbone, press up through the thoracic spine. Inhale, we'll do that again. Pull the chest through the arms, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, pull the belly in, round the spine, press even into the earth to create a little more lift in your thoracic spine. Drop your head. One more round, inhale. And exhale. And come back to a neutral spine. From here, we are going to take our hands out just one hand width. We're going to curl the toes under and lift our hips up and back into a downward facing dog. From here, in your down dog, again, same hand position. You want to make sure that your whole palm, the inside of your hand and outside of your hand are equally pressing into the earth. A slight press with your fingertips. You're going to reach out through your shoulders, pull your chest down toward the earth, and again, pull your belly in to neutralize the length of the spine and let your heels reach toward the earth. If you need to put a little bend in your knees, that's perfectly fine. Most important really is that your spine is long. We're going to do 3 simple sun salutations just to create a little bit of warmth in our practice. So from here, you're going to inhale and lift up onto the balls of your feet. And exhale, bend the knees and walk up to the front of your mat. Okay, bring your big toes together. Little space between your heels, or if it's a more stable position for you, you can create a little bit of space between your feet. Have them hip distance apart. Okay, I like to keep my feet slightly together. Okay, folding forward. On the inhale, we're going to lift halfway. We're going to bring the hands to shins, reach the crown of the head towards the front of the mat, pull the belly in, and exhale, fold forward. From here, we're going to press into the feet as we come up into mountain pose. Arms come up, reaching overhead. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, arms come up into mountain pose again. And exhale, we're going to fold forward, bringing the belly, chest, and then head down. Again, if you need to bend the knees, that's perfectly fine. As you stay in your forward fold for a couple of breaths, you can also bring a block under your hands to bring the earth a little closer to you if you have some tightness in your hamstrings. Otherwise, just stay in your forward fold for a moment. Just let your head drop. Let your spine lengthen in traction with gravity. You can shake your head, nod your head, really give some love to your cervical spine. Okay, and then again, we're going to lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. One more time, push your feet into the ground as you rise your arms up into a mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead, belly in to spine as we exhale and fold forward from the hips. Drop the head. Inhale, lift halfway, long through the spine. And from here, we're going to exhale, plant our hands, and just simply step back again into downward facing dog. Okay, so that was our little bit of simple movement for today. Let's take a nice deep breath in here. And exhale, release any tension out through the mouth. Another one of those. Inhale. Release worry, anxiety. Nice deep breath in. With the breath in, bring light, love, goodness, connection. And on the exhale, we'll bring our knees down as we come back to the mat. Okay, from here, we're simply going to roll back on to our hips. Okay, and then from here, very slowly, we're going to roll back vertebrae by vertebrae, giving ourselves a little love to the core, coming back onto our backs. Okay. From here, we're going to do what I've heard called banana pose, which I think is kind of fun. Take your right foot out just off of your mat or to the edge of your mat, and then you're going to take your left ankle and cross it over your right. Okay, from here, you're going to bring your arms up overhead. Take your right hand, wrap it around your left wrist, pull up, and then bend over so that your body is literally in the shape of a banana. Okay, from here, we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Create some nice length through that left whole body, okay? This is really opening up the left side of your spine as well, but really everything. Couple of inhales and exhales. And then from here, we'll release. Take the left foot back and the right foot back into center and just reach one nice big full body stretch to neutralize. And then from here, we'll do the other side. Take the left foot just off of the left side of your mat. Okay, and then from here, we'll take the right ankle over the left. Stretch up overhead, left. Hand goes around your right wrist, and then you bend over to the left so that your body, again, is in a nice banana. Few nice deep breaths. With each inhale, you can really stretch if you want through that right heel. You can pull slightly on that right wrist, just bringing some nice length to the right side of the body. Each exhale, you can bend a little deeper if you like. But again, this practice is meant to be nourishing today. We don't need to overstress or overstrain. We got enough stress and strain going on as it is. All right, so from here, we're going to come back up into our neutralizing, nice full body stretch. And then exhale, you're going to bring your right knee into your chest for a nice, simple spinal twist. Okay, you want to bring that right thigh just outside of your right rib cage and hug it in. You also want to press out through the left heel, okay, so that we keep that left leg active. You can spread your toes, flexate your ankles, okay? And then from here, ever so slightly bump your hips over to the right. Bring that right knee over to the left side of your mat. Right arm reaches out. Ooh, and you might get a few pops and cracks. If you've been sitting on the couch a little more lately, this is going to feel so very good. All right, and take some nice deep breaths. Keep the right shoulder as best you can onto the mat. Okay, it's better for you to have less of a twist in the lower body and keep your upper body on the mat. And then you'll take your left hand under your right knee and just guide it back to center. Okay, bring both knees in, tuck into a ball. And then you'll take your right leg straight out, left thigh just to the outside of your rib cage. Squeeze it in. And then again, you're going to go ahead and bump your hips over to the left. Right knee is going to come across the body, keeping the left shoulder on the mat. Reach the left arm out in any position you like, as long as your chest is open. And some nice inhales and exhales. And your gaze can be to the left. It can be straight up, or it can be to the right, however you prefer. And just really release that low back. Nice twist in the thoracic spine. And then you'll take your right hand under your left knee and guide it back again up to center. And we're going to do one final pose before we completely rest in Shavasana. We're going to do a bridge pose. Okay, so you're going to just bring your heels towards your hips so that you can just slightly touch them with your fingertips. Okay, and then from here, you're going to roll up again from your tailbone. You'll lengthen the tailbone. You'll tighten the belly, tone the belly as you lift the hips and roll up onto the thoracic spine, reaching out through the knees and slightly squeezing your inner thighs toward each other. Creates a nice tone in your thighs, in your hips, in your core. Keep your gaze straight up. Okay, if you like, you can interlace your fingers under your hips and reach your shoulders under your ribs just to create more lift in your chest, but you can also keep it nice and simple just like this too. One more inhale, lift a little higher, and exhale, roll from thoracic spine down through your hips. Okay, really quick, I'm going to do a little windshield wiper. Basically, you bring your feet out to each side of your mat and you just back and forth windshield wiper with your knees. I threw that one in at the last minute because it just felt like something that we should do. And that's the great thing about your yoga practice. You just listen to what your body needs and move in that way. If you ask, your body will tell you, I assure you. All right, from here, one more time, tuck into a ball. You can even bring your head up. You can wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a nice big hug for showing up to your mat today and for showing up to each other today. So important to make that connection. Hug yourself, hug the world. And from here, release out into a final Shavasana, nice resting pose. And you can take your time here in Shavasana as long as you like. I'm going to recommend at least 10 minutes, but for our purposes here, whenever you are ready to come out of Shavasana, okay, you'll just bring your knees in, roll onto one side or the other. It doesn't really matter, but your top hand will press you up very slowly and just nice and slow. Again, we're nurturing, taking care of ourselves today. Come back into a seated position. Hands to heart center. And just let your heart light shine, folks. Let's give it out to the world. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for Meditate and Move. Namaste.